How's it going, everyone? This is Dr. Hefe playing some more Disco Elysium, the final cut. And it looks like we have finally discovered where those missing cryptozoologists have gotten off to. In the last episode, we finished our investigation of the fishing village, talked to our good friend, Idiot Doom Spiral, learned the story of Tequila Sunset, and we also saw the firing line. This place does have its memories and its scars still there. Yeah, it does remind me of New Orleans. You know, I went there after Katrina, 10 years actually after Katrina, and there's still some scars there. So I could understand a place having some scars from a war, like still 50 years later. Okay, it's almost impossible to get a fire going near to the ocean. Yeah, that makes sense. You guys are probably hella cold out here.
Here we go.
It's
Nice
Morrell.
and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
Oh, I'm loving his, like, deep accent. He's got his accent from the outback.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary, the crypto-fascist? What? What?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morrell, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
No, we're not. We're not gonna tell the whole story. Do we tell the whole? No. We don't want that getting around. The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Yeah, looks like he's having trouble lighting these logs.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Lena?
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen a woman with red hair who seemed to be on the run?
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, I mean, I appreciate your honesty.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
Tell me more about this phasmid you're looking for. I'm sure Kim is going to be happy that this is how we're proceeding.
Which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for him.
I guess he didn't say his first part. Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it. Yeah, what makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there?
There are.
And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists in our present case.
Okay, what are these specialized techniques?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Okay. That would make sense if you're some sort of bug that doesn't want to be eaten by humans.
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
Okay, how big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm.
So, I guess like a foot long?
Seems puny.
Yeah, physical instrument. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for.
Fair enough.
Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long,
would be glory itself.
Oh, okay. What have you discovered about it so far?
very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
That is what would make it a cryptid. If everyone was seeing freaking the Loch Ness Monster every day and capturing one, and you could go down to your local zoo to see it. I mean, would it really have the charm of the Loch Ness Monster? Probably not.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real. By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Okay, but yeah, what makes you think it's here in Martinez?
There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree, despite not knowing what it was themselves. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Okay, does it like sewage? Does it not like sewage? Why would that make it not matter anymore? Also, I'm wondering who these teenagers are. We have not met very many credible teenagers in Martinez so far. Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Oh, parthenogenesis. It can spawn, like from a spore of itself. Okay, thanks, Encyclopedia. Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
I love this. This arouses no special feelings in me. The male is a deficient life form. The world would be better off if women didn't need men to reproduce. Alright, let's say this. This kind of goes with our... Kind of. Not really, but kind of.
Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
Okay. A good stance to have. Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Wow, Lena designed the traps? She, I guess, is a full partner in this cryptozoology expedition.
Yes.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
Fair enough. And, well, he said he's using locusts, but
Nearly
we'll
all
have him
known
state it
phasmids
again.
are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
Alright, I guess we'll state it. We are a logic master now that we have our fallen hat on. A carnivorous stick insect? Seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Alright,
Yes.
fair enough,
What?
fair enough. Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morrell. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the Phasmid was so important to Lena. Keep calling her Lena. Lena. Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Okay, that explains her interest. I'm sure if I had actually seen the Loch Ness monster, I would be much more interested in trying to track it down. Really, she sighted the Phasmid.
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian Phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Oh, but it seems like the weather's taking a toll on you. You may need to rest up for a minute.
His spirit may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
I don't give up on things either. Okay, well, we'll say the first one. Maybe you go back to the whirling, warm up, and come back to check the traps later.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the Phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
Really? Could we go for that? Alright, apparently. What if we checked the trap? Oh my goodness. His cryptozoology is melting my brain. What if we checked the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Chaos is my method. I am its scion. Okay. Seems good. I'm all in with this cryptid shit. I'm hooked.
Well, be that as it may, I'd really appreciate the help.
He doesn't know what to say. That is fair enough. Alright, where are the traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
But Kim, maybe our suspect is hiding out in the reeds along with the traps. What, aren't you having fun? No, he would definitely say he's not having fun. Kim does not seem to be down with cryptozoology.
I have a feeling the only people foolish enough to spend their time skulking among the reeds are these poor fools, and us. But fine, it's not like we are drowning in leads.
Alright, what do I do if there's a Phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Fair enough. What do I do if I encounter it in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me. Thick. We want a smell of musk. Insect musk. No, let us not present our armpit. That sounds dangerous. Just lay it on me.
Wise choice.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
Okay, Kim, calm down.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop.
That's a lot of
Not that I
money.
expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
That is a lot of money. We are learning how much things cost, and that is almost like 3 Fallen track pants worth.
Right, which means you two can pack up and go back to the boiling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Aw, Kim cares about these guys, even if he thinks their search for the Insulindian phasmid is quite foolish.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too.
Oh, thank you, Rhetoric.
But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
I guess we'll ask this last one. How did you become a
I've
cryptozoologist?
just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
So you're living your childhood dream out here?
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
He takes the dangers and discomforts that come with his work for granted. But just imagine the unforgiving desert heat he's endured. The wetlands filled with venomous reptiles he has crossed.
Yes, I'm the most rugged of men. That sounds like my kind of fun. Dude, we've taken one bath in like 5 days. I don't know.
You could get a heat stroke and faint and hurt your head. You could get bitten by a snake. You could get beaten up for trespassing.
Suffering will only make me stronger.
It's probably this way of thinking that got you where you are.
Oh, look at this. Our morale is going up. Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't think we have a strong opinion either way.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
Okay. Pain threshold. Let's not get all depressed right here. Has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Oh, nice. I like that the little voice line doesn't really match the text, but it's cool.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
Okay. Thank you, reaction speed. Getting quick with it. What kinds of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
Man, this guy must have so much fun doing this voice. This voice sounds great. So you have never discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
Okay, how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
Wow, half confirmed as hoaxes. This is not looking good.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
I mean, 2 out of 4,000 is very low, but the fact that 2 actually have been discovered is kind of amazing.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere.
Oh, and these are not even like fantastical beasts. Like the Koldomamadakwa.
We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Then the Insulindian phasmid will be the third. I don't know. We don't want to get this guy's hopes up too high. I don't even know what to say. That's a small number of discoveries.
Do you know what the success rate in pharmacological research is? 0.00003% of bioreactive agents have reproducibly beneficial effects. Yet science persists in the search for medicine, as we persist in our search for new species.
That's a pretty good point. You know, getting a drug from the lab into actual clinical trials, there's already, I think, like over 95%, maybe even 99% of them don't even make it to clinical trials. And then even once you're in clinical trials, I think it's another like winnowing. Like this guy's saying, 0.0000 or 0.00003%. Very few do actually make it to your pharmacy.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, thank you.
Yes?
I mean, I don't know if we have to talk about specific cryptids. We can talk about that later. As Rhetoric said, we have time to talk to this man another time. I'm just saying, as a Revacholian, I'm slightly worried. All right,
Hello, I'm
Gary, the
Very
crypto
jealous of you
fascist.
to help us out, officer. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about after a little probing first.
Do we have to ask him about this? I feel like we're talking to the racist lorry driver again.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morrell to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Chunks and degenerates? That's my crew.
Dark times will do that to good men.
Okay, so we'll get to this one later. Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morrell with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
Alright, let's now ask him. You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
The lieutenant is a native of Revachol.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
Oh man, he's trying to wriggle his way out of his racist comment. Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
Seemed as if you were calling to it longingly when you cried yellow man. Oh my goodness, you look like the kind of guy who might have a collection of mugs like this. Home in his colonial mug collection. Damn, man. We're laying it on him. You said yellow man, that's not... I'm gonna go with this one.
Oh, no, that's not... Why would I be calling to a broken mug?
You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer. Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
Oh, time to get some money. Let's go with the middle one. I am. For 100 real. I don't even think this guy's gonna have 100 real. We saw his home. It looks pretty beat up. Let's try it. We gotta get our money. We gotta get our cash. We're a hustler from the streets.
Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, I've been having trouble at work lately. The Koikos are price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Man, I thought we were gonna get like a bribe from this dude. Apparently not. Maybe I should have gone with the 20 real.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob.
I'm assuming all these things he's saying are like some sort of racist comment, because he is Gary, the crypto-fascist.
I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do explain yourself.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, yes. What happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
Can you imagine getting fined like $100 for throwing your like trash in someone else's trash? Like, I walk down the street and if I have like something in my hand that's like trash and I see a trash can, I'm just throwing it in there. Like, my goodness. This guy's freaking out. But then again, we are pressuring him. But we're pressuring him not because he threw his trash away, but because he freaking called my partner a yellow man.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
Mm-hmm.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
What's that strange sound that I heard?
What sound?
That clinking I just heard when you moved.
Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers, plastic and glass bottles. The smell of decay. The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
Alright, perception. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
Let's move on, for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation?
Oh, something's going on with the armor. Something's going on with the armor. Alright, let's intimidate him a little. But first, let's see if we can get him to agree to it. We do have, I think, some composure items on. Maybe we don't have any composure items on right now. We could put some on. We could definitely put some on. That does minus composure, so I guess it's good we took those off. We'll put on our regular black jeans. Oh, the green snakeskin shoes, of course. Anything else? No, not really. +2 to composure? This man's got no
Always
chance.
A pleasure to, I mean, officers.
Why is he shifting around, huh? What are you doing, huh?
Is he? He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounded like beads. But what kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes?
Are you currently sporting some anal beads?
You wouldn't be able to hear if you were wearing anal beads.
Oh, okay, Kim. Okay.
Please excuse my colleague's humor. Working this murder case is taking a toll on us both. You don't quite have to answer that yet.
Of course, of course.
Alright, let's intimidate him a little bit first.
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Have you found your door open lately?
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... How did you know?
Mr. Everard Clare thought it necessary to unlock your apartment.
Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment?
No, I did, per his request.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Oh, alright, let's get the composure to mess with them. No, yeah. I don't know what it was, but he doesn't like you.
I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night. About some theories. Stupid. Shouldn't have run my mouth loud like that. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear.
Excellent,
Has to prop
Half-Light.
himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door opening operation.
Yes, alright, Kim. Excellent, excellent. Now we have it. Yeah, we scared him with the apartment. Okay, we're gonna get it this time
Okay,
for sure.
he keeps shifting
What?
uncomfortably, but you can't make head or tail of this sound. And honestly, it's rude to stare, so stop.
Okay, you know what? We just gained a point. We have so many points we can just dump into composure. This man won't stay safe from us for long.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officer.
92%? Okay.
That shirt
There we
looks
go.
very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from
His
underneath.
massive musculature? We're gonna ask this because, of course, Physical Instrument wants to know. Is it his massive musculature?
No, he's scrawny. Try again.
Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you are a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going
I
on?
love Morrell. Oh, Morrell, you're definitely getting the prime spot in today's video.
Later, Morrell. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Give me that armor now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Man, I want to get my hands on some of this armor. It sounds amazing.
This is it. This will protect your mortal shell. don it and live.
Alright, tell me, why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling, so I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
Oh, wow. He's actually apologizing for his crypto-fascism.
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Alright, why did you lie to me, Gary? Obviously it's the shame.
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you.
But, I mean, obviously having some freaking futuristic armor is pretty badass.
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
Do you know who killed the Hanged Man?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
Are we done here, Gary? Oh man, Morrell. I wish I did this whole playthrough in Morrell's voice.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Alright, thank you for your cooperation. Alright, well, look at us. We talked to the cryptozoologists. We have a new little task to go investigate the traps. I think there's one down here. Yep, there's one down here. And we got some more armor. Hell yeah.
Looks like the same one you saw Morrell set before. Same mesh, same wiring. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves, confidently. Snowflakes cling to their shivering stems. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Alright, let's check the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
No need to grin, I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air. Alright. Yes, we are the physical instrument.
I meant no offense, just...
Yeah, we know what you think, Kim. You think it's a foolish mission. But we're not going to go check all the reeds, or all the traps in this episode. I mean, we would have to go all the way to the end of the coast, and there's a lot more exploring to be done. We also should check out that new armor we just got. Oh, look at that. Fairweather T500 cuirass. This vitreous enamel cuirass fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across its countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat. And it also makes pretty porcelain sounds when shaken. +1 to pain threshold, thicker skin. +1 to volition, borrowed confidence. Ooh, that's cool. -1 to empathy, mania of invulnerability. Let's put it on. Oh yeah. How do we even have this necktie? How do we even have our tie around it? Oh my goodness. You look amazing. Let's put do we put our boots on? I think we're gonna get fully armored up. Oh yeah. Fully armored up, and we're gonna put our little fawn track pants on again. We don't need our composure to be pumped up as much as it was before. In fact, our composure's kind of going down. But we did put a point in it. Yeah, look at us. We're becoming a super cop indeed. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. Quite a fruitful episode it was. we're collecting pretty much all the armor, I believe. Do we still have more armor to get? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it at all. Alright, but that'll do it for this episode. I'm probably repeating myself. As always, do remember to take care of yourself and keep it disco, baby. You know, you're gonna have some big old armor wearing. It's gonna make some nice clinking sounds. Clink to the beat of the music, man. Clink to your dance moves. Oh, making some music as you move. The world is just a series of vibrations, man. Yeah.